Hello everyone, we will start with the compound HCl. Now we have two different names. We are using hydrogen chloride gas when it is present in the gaseous form, and we are using the name hydrochloric acid when it is present in the liquid form. Now in the market it is available by different names. You are purchasing it by the name muriatic acid, which is used for cleaning the bathrooms. Now, according to the syllabus, we will start with the laboratory preparation of HCl. Now we will start with the laboratory preparation of hydrogen chloride gas. You all can see the diagram which is below, and you can see that this is a round bottom flask, and there is a cork which has two holes. In one hole, thistle funnel is inserted, and through the other hole there is a delivery tube which is passing through a wolf bottle which contains concentrated H2SO4. Now in this round bottom flask we have taken sodium chloride, and through the thistle funnel we are passing concentrated H2SO4. Once these two things are present, sodium chloride and concentrated H2SO4, we are heating the round bottom flask. The moment you heat the round bottom flask, hydrogen chloride gas is produced. And when hydrogen chloride gas is produced, it is present along with moisture. Some moisture is always present in the gas which is prepared. It's not at all purified 100%. So we need to remove the moisture which is present. So it is passed through a wolf bottle which contains concentrated H2SO4. Here concentrated H2SO4 is used as a dehydrating agent. It absorbs all the moisture which is present in the hydrogen chloride gas. Now, when the hydrogen chloride gas is free from moisture, that time we will pass this gas through a container in which HCl gas is collected. Now we have to decide how this HCl gas will be collected in this jar. This jar contains air. Now we know that HCl gas is heavier than air. As it is heavier than air, it will be remaining at the bottom, and the air which is present is pushed upwards. So it is collected by the upward displacement of air. It displaces the air up. This is how in the laboratory HCl gas is formed. Now over here you can see the reaction. Sodium chloride and H2SO4 which is concentrated is used as a reactant. Now why we are using these two reactants? First of all, we are using sodium chloride because sodium chloride is cheaper and it is easily available. Next, we are using concentrated H2SO4 because concentrated H2SO4 is a non-volatile gas. As it is non-volatile, it will not interfere with the HCl gas which is volatile in nature, and it will not be collected along with the main gas HCl which we are preparing in the laboratory. Now, next thing is why we have maintained the temperature less than 200 centigrade. We have maintained the temperature 200 degrees centigrade so that a proper hydrogen chloride gas is formed. Now suppose if the temperature is more than 200 degrees centigrade, sodium sulfate is formed. It forms a hard crust along the wall of the glass flask which is present, and it sticks to the glass and it can crack the glass. So it can damage the apparatus and HCl will not be formed. It can cause accident. Therefore, we need to maintain temperature less than 200. The two reasons behind this is if the temperature is more than 200, it will form sodium sulfate which forms a hard crust. It sticks to the wall of the apparatus and it can crack the apparatus. The second reason is it saves the fuel. Now the next thing, for purification of HCl gas or for absorption of moisture of the HCl gas, we are using concentrated H2SO4 over here. Why we are using that? We are so many other dehydrating agents which are like calcium oxide we have, and we have phosphorus pentoxide which are very good dehydrating agents. So why we are using only concentrated H2SO4? The reason is we are using concentrated H2SO4 because it does not react with HCl. A very good dehydrating agent is that which does not react with the gas with whom it is whose moisture it is removing. Now when we are using calcium oxide as a dehydrating agent or we are using phosphorus pentoxide as a dehydrating agent, they will react with HCl. You all can see the reaction. Quicklime will easily react with HCl to form calcium chloride, which will interfere, and again phosphorus pentoxide will react with HCl and it will form phosphorus oxychloride. So we cannot use the dehydrating agent calcium oxide and phosphorus pentoxide. The next thing is why we are collecting the gas by upward displacement of air. Why the collection is in upward displacement of air? The reason is HCl gas is heavier than air. It is 1.27 times heavier than air. So as it is heavier than air, it will remain at the bottom and it will push the air which is at the bottom, it will push the air up. So it is collected by upward displacement of air. And it is not collected over water because it is highly soluble in water. As it is highly soluble in water, it cannot be collected over water.